Emily from the Energy Boutique with your energy forecast for Tuesday, May 31st. So today we have the moon in Gemini all day. It will be going void, of course, around 4:11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we will be seeing the moon move into Cancer early tomorrow morning. The fresh start, moon-ruled Cancer energy for the first day of June. We have 9 different aspects here today. 8 of them involve the moon. The moon will be semi-squaring Venus. And of course, Venus now in her place of power in Taurus, very grounded, very focused on the here and now, very focused on the physical circumstances of what we got going on in our routines, how it is that we're taking care of ourselves in our personal relationships and in our money matters. The moon in Gemini, semi-squaring Venus in this way is going to add a little bit of mental pressure to our headspace because we're trying to figure out solutions. We're trying to look at our problems. We're trying to look at our options, our choices, our decisions. We're still under the new moon influence that, of course, we peaked with the new moon in Gemini yesterday morning. And we still have some thinking to do. We need to take a good look at where it is that we are lacking in stability, safety, security within ourselves, within our resources, within our relationships. And this a little bit of applied pressure, this little bit of tension is taking place in order for us to recognize where it is that we're the most uncomfortable at the moment, in order for us to focus in on what it is that we can do to provide ourselves with the safety, with the security, with the stability that we're now realizing that we're lacking. The moon will go ahead and bump into Pluto in a very positive way, which means that mentally and emotionally, we are realizing what needs to happen in our headspace, with our focus, with our energy, with our attention. We are understanding emotionally where it is that the greatest transformation needs to take place the most, because of course Pluto is the great transformer, highlighting for us the pain, the suffering, the trauma, the uncomfortability, in order for us to feel that so that we can heal that. The moon is going to bump into the true node in not the nicest way. And let me just say that this is a situation that will likely take place outside of our control in our exterior realms that really does kind of put a little bit of a cluster F in our head on our future plans. The true node is our destiny point. It's trying to get us on the right track in order to pursue new passions, new desires that we now feel compelled to actually bring to life. But whatever situation is popping off and likely will involve some people very close to us or some situations, choices, and decisions that we've been avoiding, we are going to see this situation unfold and really kind of put us in a situation to figure out what it is that we want to do from here. Many of us need to realize that the universe is showing us right now all the things that we don't want, all the things we don't need, all the things we're not attached to, all the experiences that we're just tired of, in order for us to create a framework, a decision, a choice point on what it is we have to move away from and what it is that we desire to be closer to. Venus will go ahead and bump into Jupiter in not the nicest way, again amplifying the situation that likely popped off in our exterior realms outside of our control, showing us what it is that we're no longer happy with, comfortable with, satisfied with, in order for us to realize where change is needed the most. Now, Venus, the goddess of love and beauty and pleasure and worth and money, bumping into Jupiter in this way, the planet of growth and expansion, is highlighting for us what it is that we want more of from the lack of, the scarcity, the elements that we don't currently have. And again, we're focused on where it is that we're lacking stability, where it is that we're lacking safety and security, not only emotionally, but in our finances and in our relationships. This will likely trigger a lot of feels, a lot of emotion. Why? Jupiter likes to turn the volume up, likes to magnify all the things that we're currently thinking and feeling in order for us to recognize where it is that we're given an opportunity to grow, to move past this particular choice point. Jupiter is in Aries, which is firing us up all in the right ways, where we want to start something new, where we want to begin a brand new cycle, have brand new experiences. And this particular aspect, especially popping off in a situation outside of our control, is just going to kind of drive it home on what it is that we're tired of, what it is that we crave more of, desire more of, which of course is being illuminated from the elements that we're currently not satisfied with. The moon is going to go ahead and square, create a tension, create a conflict with Neptune. The moon and Neptune kind of going head to head right now is a little bit of an issue because the moon in Gemini is very rooted in the here and now, in our egoic avatar, our egoic identity, in our physical circumstances. While Neptune is our intuition, our soul self, our dreams. It's everything outside of what is present, what is currently taking place. The moon squaring Neptune is creating a little bit of a conflict because we're not able to align with our intuition. We're not able to really catch a vision. We're not able to clearly see and clearly define what our dream is because so many things are changing and rapidly changing in our emotions and in our perspective. The moon will trine, which is a good energy, a good vibe, with Saturn, the Lord of Karma, who is in Aquarius energy. Especially after the earlier situations popping off, the disconnect that we have from our intuition at this time, the moon in Gemini trining with Saturn in Aquarius, air on air, is going to give us a little bit of an epiphany. Not only are we having these aha moments on what it is that's currently going on in our physical realms, in our physical circumstances that we're not happy with, we're being illuminated to the great vision that we want to bring to life, because that requires us to boss up in ways that we might not typically be too prepared to do as of right now. But the karmic cycles that we've been going through because of eclipse season are now over. That door got closed with yesterday's new moon in Gemini, which means that we're at a choice point, we're at a decision point, we're at an option point. We have different paths opening up for us right now, but one path that will get us closer to the dream and the vision that we want to actually be manifesting is going to require us to boss up in ways to new roles, to new responsibilities, to new methods, new systems, new foundations that we have to build in the here and now in order to be the bridge to provide us a direction on where it is that we're at to where it is that we desire to be. Something's clicking though. We're getting these aha moments. We're seeing things from a different set of eyes. We're recognizing our choice points, our decision points, and because the universe is showing us all the things that we're no longer attached to, that we do not desire to continue to experience, from that, we are making some solid and sound decisions on the direction in which we desire to take. The moon will be bumping into Mercury. Again, Mercury rules over this Gemini energy, so anytime that the moon in a sign kind of bumps into the ruler of this sign, we get a little bit of conflict. Mercury is still retrograde, is in the final degrees of Taurus energy. We are having to reflect, review, rewind to about the middle of April. Now, this particular aspect is likely giving us an opportunity from some of the situations that popped off earlier in the day with now our new realizations, our new aha moments, our new perspective, our new understanding is giving us an opportunity to really see where the gap is between our heart, between our head, and giving us an opportunity to speak on it should we feel the need to do so. Now, under the new moon in Gemini, again, we're still very heavily under this influence. If you haven't listened to the astro forecast, I'm going to recommend that you do that. What we're doing now is we're reviewing the past from a different perspective, a different understanding. And from that, we're able to better articulate our thoughts and our feelings within us because everything's been a little bit crazy. And with that, we're able to actually express our thoughts, our emotions, our new ideas, our new perspective, our new understanding to those that need to hear it. The moon will go ahead and bump into Chiron, the wounded healer. And this is happening in a positive way, which does suggest that the earlier situations popping off in order to illuminate what it is we need to move away from and what it is we desire to move closer to is very healing. is very much lending a different perspective and understanding on what it is that needs our attention in the here and now, especially where our ego, where our identity is concerned. We're in a process of a new cycle, rebranding ourselves, reinventing ourselves, mustering up the courage and the bravery to be bold enough to go after a new cycle, a new chapter, a new desire, a new goal, a new endpoint. And this particular energy between our heart and our head is revealing to us what it is that we have to let go of in order to actually move closer to the path, to the dream, the desires that we now have as we are rebuilding our new selves, our new energy, our new courage, our new bravery to actually leave the past in the past where it belongs and to kind of get to an energetic excitement and enthusiasm to move forward instead of constantly looking back. We're going to end the day off with the moon bumping into Pluto. This provides us with a learning opportunity. What is the learning opportunity? Well, to do things differently, to rewrite old narratives, to speak in a different way, to express and communicate ourselves with confidence, with clarity. This particular situation will be riding off the coattails of the earlier situation that popped off, likely with a personal relationship, really skewing our idea of our plans, of our connection, of what it is that we truly want, need, and desire. And we will be gifted an opportunity to use this particular energy, this perspective, this emotion, this aha moment as an opportunity to anchor in a brand new perspective, a brand new narrative. Again, we have to understand that the moon in Gemini is very heavily connected to the inner narrative that we speak. Pluto is retrograde in Capricorn, trying to show us where past patterns, past behaviors, self-destructing, self-sabotaging behaviors, especially in our mental narrative, have gotten the best of us in the past and really blocked us from our blessings. So we are being gifted with an opportunity late in the day to rewrite the narrative, to have a different perspective, have a different understanding, to see things differently, to speak on it differently, and of course, to give ourselves the opportunity to speak our truth from a confident place within us that we haven't felt up until now.